A classic car can sit for 40 years with cracked paint, seized pistons, torn leather, and dust so thick the badge disappears. Then one restoration team rolls it into a shop and turns that wreck into a showpiece worth 6 figures. This countdown is not just about repairs. It is about rescuing history with metalwork, engine rebuilds, hand-stitched interiors, and obsessive detail. One restoration looks better than factory new. Number 10. Volkswagen Beetle, the people's car reborn. The Beetle was never meant to be exotic. It was simple, tough, air-cooled, and recognizable in nearly every country on Earth. That is exactly why a neglected one can become so satisfying to restore. The best Beetle restorations start with the usual trouble spots: rusted heater channels, tired floor pans, bubbling fenders, and seized hardware hidden under old undercoating. Once the shell is solid again, the small flat 4 engine gets cleaned, rebuilt, and tuned until it has that familiar, cheerful chatter. Then come the details that make it sing: polished chrome bumpers, fresh running boards, restored hubcaps, and period colors like seafoam green, sunflower yellow, or bright red. The beauty here is honesty. No wild body kit, no forced aggression, just charm returned with restraint. Number 9. Ford Mustang Fastback, Muscle Car Resurrection. The 1960s Mustang Fastback is one of the most hunted American restoration projects because the shape already looks fast standing still. Long hood, short rear deck, sloped roofline, and room for a V8 make even a tired shell worth saving. The hard work usually starts underneath. Floor pans can be gone, quarter panels can hide deep rust, and old collision repairs often leave the paint faded, cracked, or mismatched from panel to panel. Getting the body straight is what separates a quick repaint from a real resurrection. Then the payoff arrives in one hit. The stance drops, the chrome sharpens, the interior smells new again, and the rebuilt V8 turns the first start into a warning. After the Beetle's friendly charm, the Mustang brings the first real jump in drama. Number 8. Jaguar E-Type, restoring the shape everyone remembers. The E-Type earned its legend because the body was sculpture first and machinery second. That long bonnet, low cabin, covered headlights, and narrow waist made it one of the most beautiful sports cars ever built, which also makes restoration unforgiving. A proper rebuild lives in the details. The bonnet has to sit level across its full length. Panel gaps must stay even around complex curves, and the doors need to close without disturbing the bodyline. Wire wheels are rebuilt and trued, not just polished. Inside, the leather cabin is stitched back to period-correct restraint, while chrome bumpers, headlight trims, and delicate brightwork are refinished until they frame the shape without overpowering it. The Jaguar is elegance restored in metal, but next comes Italian drama in full color. Number 7. Alfa Romeo Spider, Italian soul saved from decay. The Spider was never about dominating a road, it was about feeling one. With its open cockpit, slim body, rounded tail, and delicate chrome, this Alfa turned a simple coastal drive into an event, especially with the roof folded behind the seats. Restoration starts with the twin-cam engine, where worn timing components, tired carburetors, and oil leaks are sorted until it revs cleanly again. The lightweight body needs careful metalwork around rust-prone sills, wheel arches, and floor pans, because filler can quickly ruin those fine proportions. Then come the details that give it character. A fresh canvas soft top, restored gauges, correct seats, and a wood rim steering wheel brought back by hand. The Spider proves a restored classic does not need brute power to be unforgettable. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, the Gullwing returns. The 300 SL was born from racing with a lightweight tubular frame, fuel-injected straight-six engine, and those famous doors that opened upward because normal doors could not fit around the chassis. It was fast, rare, and instantly recognizable, which is why restored examples now sit among the most valuable road cars in the world. Bringing one back is not a normal restoration. The aluminum trim, leather grain, paint finish, instruments, and engine components must match original specifications because even small shortcuts can erase value. The mechanical work demands specialists who understand the dry sump system, injection pump, and complex chassis construction. Here, every decision carries pressure. Replace too much, and the car loses history. Preserve too much and it may never drive properly again. A correct 300 SL restoration is conservation with horsepower. Number 5. Porsche 356. Small car, huge transformation. The 356 is where Porsche's sports car identity began. Rear engine layout, lightweight, simple controls, and a shape that looked clean from every angle. Restoring one properly means respecting that restraint, not overbuilding it. The biggest battle is usually the body. These cars rust in the floor pans, battery box, longitudinals, door bottoms, and wheel arches, so metalwork has to be accurate before paint ever touches the shell. A glossy finish cannot hide poor gaps or soft structure on a car this small. Inside, the best cabins stay minimal. Thin steering wheel, simple gauges, correct seat patterns, and no unnecessary upgrades. Mechanically, the air-cooled flat 4 needs careful tuning, clean carburation, and a gearbox that feels light and precise. A great 356 restoration feels effortless, like every detail simply belongs. Next, the mood changes completely because subtle German craftsmanship gives way to raw American power. Number 4. Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, fiberglass to perfection. The Stingray arrived low, sharp, and unmistakably American, with hidden headlights, crisp fender lines, and the kind of 1960s attitude that made it look fast standing still. A tired example can lose that edge quickly when the fiberglass cracks, the panels sag, and the chrome turns dull. Restoring one is not just sanding and spraying. Fiberglass repair has to preserve the original contours. Door and hood gaps must be even, and the bumpers, trim, and window surrounds need careful re-chroming. Inside, the grain of the vinyl, the seat stitching, the gauges, and the console finish all have to match the period. Then comes the reveal: deep polished paint, bright chrome, and a small block V8 idling cleanly under the hood. The car does not just look restored, it looks reborn. Number 3. Aston Martin DB5, bringing back silver screen elegance. The DB5 was built as a grand tourer, with hand-formed aluminum panels, a long bonnet, and a cabin trimmed like a private club. Its fame grew through film, but the shape, the craftsmanship, and the smooth inline six made it legendary before the cameras arrived. A proper restoration starts with the body, where every aluminum curve has to be corrected without losing the original hand-built character. The chrome grille, bumpers, and polished wire wheels need a mirror finish, while the interior demands fine leather, clean stitching, restored gauges, and wood trim with the right depth of gloss. When the engine runs smoothly and the silver paint catches the light, the DB5 becomes more than a restored car. It brings back an entire myth. Number 2. Ferrari 250 GT, returning red to life. The 250 GT family is one of the most admired bloodlines in classic motoring, from elegant coupes to competition-bred Berlinettas. Under the bonnet sits the Colombo V12, a small displacement engine with a sharp, mechanical voice that defines the car as much as its shape. Restoring one properly means protecting details that can never be faked. The coachwork has to match the original builder's lines, whether it came from Pininfarina, Scagietti, or another historic house. The cabin needs period-correct leather, instruments, stitching, carpets, and trim. Even the paint has to match the exact historic shade, not just any bright red. When finished, a 250 GT feels like sculpture with an engine. If a Ferrari can only be number 2, number 1 has to be extraordinary. Number 1. Shelby Cobra. From forgotten beast to show-stopping legend. The Cobra began as a compact British roadster body. Then Carroll Shelby gave it American V8 power. That combination made it light, loud, and brutally quick, with proportions that looked almost too small for the engine underneath. A proper restoration can start with a tired shell, cracked paint, missing trim, and a cockpit stripped of its character. Piece by piece, the body is reshaped, the curves are polished, the bucket seats return, the gauges are rebuilt, and the side pipes go back where they belong. Correct wheels and fat tires finish the stance before the engine gives the car its voice. The Cobra takes the top spot because it is beautiful with a threat built in. Restored properly, it does not just sit on display, it feels awake. From the Cobra back through every car on this list, each restoration proved the same thing. Decay is not the end of the story. Thanks for watching. Comment which classic you would save or drive first, and like and subscribe for more stories of old machines brought back to life.